Hi, my name is Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. I am so glad to have you here with me today. And in today's video, I actually am planning to play with the Pat McGrath and Bridgerton collection just a little bit more. I want to get a feel for these products some more. I really enjoyed the blushes. I want to play with them a little bit more. I want to play with this highlighter, and I want to create another eye look that is a little bit more, you know, toned down and wearable. The last video I did, I kind of just tried out every shade. I wanted to see how everything performed, and of course I will link that video in the cards and down below in the description box for you as well if you're interested in checking that video out. But if you are new here, thank you for stopping by and checking my channel out. I do all kinds of beauty content here, so I do hope you will subscribe before you leave. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. But let's go ahead and just get into the makeup. Okay guys, so here is the eyeshadow palette. I love the outer packaging. It is so pretty. Like, the whole aesthetic of this collection is gorgeous. And here is the shades. I think what I want to do today is this and this and this. I think that's what I'm going to do. I've already primed my eyelids and done my brows. I used my MAC paint pot in Laying Low. If you're curious, I always tend to use that one. It is one of my favorites. I'm using a Raffer 15, and I'm going to dip into this pink shade right here. I think it's called Art of the Swoon. Now, when I first used this palette, I was like, oh, well, I'm having issues with these satin shades picking up on my brush. And honestly, I mean, I've had worse, but even after going in and swatching them pretty heavily, it's not as easy to pick up the product as I would have liked. But I mean, it is what it is, I guess. I have the palette. I'm gonna make the best of the situation. Maybe I just got a dud because I feel like nobody else is complaining of that issue. Nobody else is like, oh yeah, these shadows are super hard to pick up. Nobody else is saying that but me. So maybe my palette's just like a dud. I don't know. But yeah, I'm just putting this all through my crease. Really just kind of building up some intensity, because I think really this is going to be the only shade I put in my whole crease. Because I'm just going to use that darker shade to deepen things up in the outer corner. But do tell me, have you guys picked up this collection? Are you planning to get it? Because something else that I also mentioned in my what was I doing? My Midnight Sun video that I posted like last week or something. I had seen that this stuff was coming to Sephora, and I'm not gonna lie, I was a little upset. Like, I kind of rushed to get this stuff. I was so scared it was gonna like go out of stock and never come back, because like, you guys saw what happened with the Star Wars stuff. Like, that stuff was sold out. There was no restock. It's gone. And I didn't want that to happen with this, because I'm a huge Bridgerton fan and I wanted to be able to get my hands on it. That was really important to me. And now that it's just like, oh, willy-nilly available at Sephora, kind of grinds my gears a little bit. Now that I have that shade laid down in my crease, I'm going to take my Raffer number 1 and I'm going to go into Plum Regalia, which is this deep shade right here. And I'm going to use that in my outer corner just to, you know, deepen things up some. I'm going to pat it down right here in that outer corner and bring it in just ever so slightly. I'm flipping my brush over to kind of help blend these edges together. This is coming together very, very nicely. And now that I have that Plum Regalia shade laid down, I'm going to go back in with that Rephr 15, and I'm just going to like dip my brush into Art of the Swoon ever so slightly. Just bring it over everything, just like a quick little sweep. Nothing crazy. I just want to make sure there's no harsh edges and I don't really lose any of that pinkness that I had going on, because that is kind of like the main focus of the look, is like the pink shadow. Just wanted a hint of depth. So now for my lid shade, I'm gonna go into this one right here, which is a Duchess Divinity, and I'm gonna use my finger because I feel like that's probably the best way to apply it, and I'm just gonna go to town. It is so pretty. I haven't used this shade yet, I've only swatched it, and I've really been like thinking about what it was going to look like on my eye, and it doesn't disappoint. It's very beautiful. I'm just using my fingertip and the excess to kind of tap the edges as it's like going into my crease and into the mattes, just to make sure that there's no harsh edges. I just want everything to be seamless and smooth. If you have this palette, I want to know, what's your favorite shade? And like, what has been your your favorite color combination? Which is your favorite shade to pair with the Blue Astral Blitz shade? It's such a pretty color. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna leave the eyes like right there for now. That's the plan. We're gonna finish the eyes up once we get this base done. Now, for my base today, I wanted to pull out some stuff I haven't used in a while. So I have my Milani, what is this? Skin Quench Hydrating Primer that I'm going to use, as well as my little Benefit Professional. I want to get this out of my collection this year. That's really a goal for me. I'm not really into pore filling primers that much anymore. Like, they had their time and place in my collection, but it's just not for me anymore. I really like a glowy, dewy base. My pores really are not like a concern like they were for me before. Like, when I was really into pore filling primers, I think I was in high school, and that's been like 5 years almost at this point. So I haven't bought any, but I keep getting them in subscription boxes, or people send me them. So I've tried to be more mindful of telling people, hey, I don't want it, and if I have an option in a subscription box, I don't get it, you know, trying to eliminate the problem before it starts kind of thing. And I mean, a Professional is not a bad primer. Like I said, it's just not my thing. And the next primer I'm going in with is that Milani one. This one so far has been okay. I haven't hated it. It's definitely done its job as a primer, and I feel like it's hydrating enough. It's not the most moisturizing thing ever, but it'll do. It leaves the littlest tack on your skin, but it's not much. It's not a super grippy primer. It mostly just lays down a very light layer of hydration to your skin. Now, for my foundation today, I wanted to pick one that I hadn't used in a while, something that was a staple product for me, something that I used to love, but I haven't used in a hot minute. So I have this Neutrogena Healthy Skin foundation, and I really used to love this stuff. I have the shade 70, which is a fresh beige, and I want to use this today. It's been a hot minute since I've used it. I think the last Neutrogena product I used was their hydrating tint. So we'll see how I like this. I am a little nervous, but hopefully it goes well. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? We have to wash our face off. So I'm just going in with a little bit on my sponge. Oh, I mean, that's an okay color. I guess. I'm definitely like a little bit more yellowy than this, and this is definitely a little, color's funky. It's not my best shade match right now. I do have a wee bit of a tan. I mean, I guess it doesn't look horrible against my neck. It's just, I don't like it. It's not my preferred shade match. But it looks really good on my skin. I wish Neutrogena would do better, like, with their shade ranges and stuff, because I feel like they come out with some really solid products. It's just their shade ranges, they suck. And that's why a lot of people can't get behind them. And like, honestly, it's a brand that I could see myself, like, if they don't start making more changes to be more inclusive and stuff, I probably could see like getting them out of my collection as well in the near future. Let me know down in the comments, how do you guys personally handle like a problematic makeup brands in your collection? Like if there is a brand that all of a sudden, you know, they go crazy on social media and you can't support them anymore. What do you do with your makeup? I know for me it's a little bit different because I do make videos and post on Instagram. So it's like, well, I have it. I don't want to be wasteful. I want to use it. And I feel like even, like, it's complicated. I feel like controversial makeup brands are such like a slippery slope to talk about. Alright, the foundation is on, and honestly, this is looking really good. It's got a nice, like, natural skin-like finish. I'm gonna have to like bring this out more often. The color match isn't horrible. It definitely could be worse. It's not like emphasizing any of my dryness. I'm glad I pulled that back out. That's nice. It's so nice. Okay, I'm using my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I haven't used this in a while. It used to be all that I used. But, you know, Dior's come in and stolen the show for like everything. This is this shade in 20, and this may not be a good shade for me right now, but you know, we are going to go with it. It looked like it would be an appropriate shade when I picked it out of my box. But we'll see how this blends out. It might not be too bad. Oh no, that's not bad. I can deal with that. My hair gets in everything. I should have pinned it back. I didn't think that far ahead today. What are your guys' favorite concealers right now? Honestly, like at the moment, my Dior Forever Skin Correct concealer is the tits. Like it just looks so good on my under eyes. Granted, I have to set it and I have to set it quick or it will be moving around quite a bit. But I feel like it's just such a wonderful formula. I mean, like for a drugstore concealer, this Maybelline has some pretty decent coverage as well. And for powder, I'm going to use what I always use here lately, my CoverGirl Clean Fresh Translucent Powder. I really love my Kosas powder, but I'm just not, I don't have that level of tan right now to be using it. I will have a nice little yellow ring under my under eyes. That's like when I use my normal self tanner or I'm outside in the summertime. Right now I'm just like trying to use up some really nasty little oil droplet fake tanning thing that I got through some kind of subscription box, and it's just trash. But I'm trying to use it up so I don't waste it. Next thing I'm going to do is put on some bronzer. I'm going to use my Wet n Wild bronzer. This is the Color Icon bronzer in Wet Shady Beaches. I wanted to incorporate some more drugstore products today. I use a lot of high-end and more luxury makeup products on my channel, so I wanted to kind of balance things out. Use some things that were a little bit more affordable, as I'm using a Pat McGrath, but you know, whatever. I am one person, I can only do so much. But I'm just gonna bronze my face up a little bit. I have only used this bronzer like one time, It's not my favorite. I really don't like the color. I thought it was going to be like more neutral. It's definitely very warm. It's a very warm tone bronzer. And granted, I like a warm bronzer, but it doesn't blend the best. Like, it's not blending very good right now. I'm trying to like really work in some sheer layers. We're going to be very lightly bronzed today because I don't have the patience. Let's go ahead and move right along. I want to do these cheeks real quick. And I'm going to use the blush trio again. This packaging, guys, I love it. Alright, so this is what the trio looks like. I think I'm going to use Cherish today. I haven't used it on my face. I've only swatched. So we shall see. You know, her blushes are super pigmented, so I'm going in with a light hand, and that looks like so much blush. Shake it off, shake it off. And I'm going to start kind of high. And, woohoo, put some over here. So I don't end up looking like a clown. I mean, your girl loves blush, but, there's some funky things going on with this foundation, and like this is probably another reason why I don't use it. I forgot it. This stuff is settling into my lines right in here so bad. Maybe I'll just declutter this. I might have to declutter it. I just don't think it looks the best now. I've had it on for maybe like 30 minutes and I just don't think it looks very good. Let me know what you guys think. It looked really good when I first put it on, but now it's very questionable. And the foundation's lifting with this blush. That's really disappointing. I'm just gonna have to declutter it. It will be what it will be. Put a little bit of blush on our nose. Whatever's left, hit the forehead and the chin. Alright, and next we're going in with the Skin Fetish. This is Incandescent Gold. If you hadn't seen the highlighter that came out with the collection, there's two, and this is the lighter of the two. I just really am kind of into this formula right now. Like, I don't know. It's like this sheer, sparkly goodness. Like, it just looks wonderful. And it's like, oh, you can't apply too much. Well, I mean, you probably could, but I feel like you can't. I think that this is probably one of my favorite products that came out in this collection. I'm very glad that I got to try this formula of highlighter out. I was really missing out, guys. I really was missing out. Nobody told me it was this good. Take a little on the nose. Hit the cupid's bow. Whatever is left, hit the chin. I love it. It's just so like reflective and blinding. But I just love how the base color isn't super strong. I really like it. It's one of the best products in the whole collection, for sure, hands down. Now let's go ahead and finish up these under eyes. Get this look finished off, guys. So this is what we've got. I'm gonna take Art of the Swoon, and then I'm gonna take Plum Regalia. I'm gonna run those on the bottom lash line. I'm using a Referee number 13 little blending brush, going into Art of the Swoon, and I'm just running this along my lower lash line and connecting it up with the outer corner. Now I'm going to take just an angled liner brush, and I'm going to dip into the Plum Regalia, and I'm going to take that right along the lash line, about halfway. Now to do like an inner corner highlight, I'm going to use the highlighter that we just used on my face. I'm going to grab this a little Morphe brush. It's the one that I usually use for my highlighting. I'm going to pick some of it up and I'm just going to load it up on the inner corner. And then also hit this brow bone. Now, before I leave to go put on some eyeliner and mascara, let's do these lips. Now, I'm going to use the Maybelline Color Sensational Lip Liner in Gone Greige. I really am liking this. I didn't think I was going to. I thought it was going to be way too cool tone of a lip liner, but I mean, the color's good. I don't like the formula. I have learned that I do not enjoy these little twist up pencils. Now for lipstick, I'm going to use a new one. This is that Bobbi Brown lipstick in Blue Raspberry that I have been dreaming about. So let's put it on. Let's see what it looks like. I hope it looks okay with this lip liner. It feels so creamy. Oh, it looks good with this lip liner. It's so 90s, right? I feel very 90s with this lip combo. Alright, now that I've got these lips done, I'm going to pop off. I'm going to put on some eyeliner and mascara and I will be right back. Alright guys, so this is the finished final look with some mascara and eyeliner. What do you think? Do you like it? I really want to know what your thoughts are on this eyeshadow palette, this whole collection really. I want to know, did you get it? Did you like it? What have your experiences been? What's your favorite item in this collection? Are you holding out? Do you plan on getting it soon? Or are you just like, I'm over it? I want to know. Let's have a chat down below in the comment section. Now, if you haven't subscribed already, please do. I would love to have you join me here on my channel. I post a whole bunch of different beauty content, from tutorials and empties, you name it. We've got project panning stuff. We've got it all. So if that sounds good to you, go ahead and subscribe before you leave, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up. It really helps my channel out. But until next time, guys, bye.